Hi, I'm Stephanie Caulfield from Mario Flush.
I'm Johnny.
And we're here to tell you about our Nintendo predictions for E3.
If I was in charge of Nintendo, what I would do right now, in terms of their online, is give developers full control, make it so that your platform isn't just, the easiest to develop it for, but the most free. That you could, if you want to give away free DLC, go to town. If you want to detach your game sales from our marketplace and sell them on yours and sell them on ours, and just run away with the money, go for it. Get as many developers on there as possible, making better experiences.
I definitely agree with that, because that's the whole reason why Valve just completely abandoned Team Fortress on the 360.
Yeah.
Is Microsoft wanted to charge them to release all its updates, and they're like, no, we don't want to do that. And I think that ran into the same, I think Epic Games ran into that with map packs in Gears of War 2, didn't they? They wanted to release it free, but Microsoft said, no, you have to charge X amount.
And then when you see Valve spin around and do what they want to do on their own platform, and they're super successful at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting that Microsoft and Sony haven't changed their tune, saying how much more, hey, I gave free content and cut the game digitally, and we'll talk about digital content with Nintendo in just a moment, but we released free content, and on the shop channel, you can buy the game digitally for half price right now. Go to town.
Having an app shop with exclusive items that people can buy isn't really a bad way to go. Because if the developer's not restricting me to the actual content of the game, I'm more likely to spend a little extra money for something decorative, for whatever it is I'm doing, because I have no reason to be upset with them.
I have a fedora for my spy in Team Fortress 2.
Everyone should, for a spy. that nice sweater vest?
Yes, I had that.
With?
Yeah,
that jacket thing? Yeah.
With the nice the Penny Arcade watch and.
But anyway, that's I'm gonna be more likely to give you extra access money for stupid shit if I don't feel restricted for just playing my game.
Yeah. When you have map packs that come out, it's like, okay, guess what? I can't play half the matchmakers now because you require, online play, and I can't even play with my buddies anymore because they have the maps and I don't. And that's how Call of Duty's kind of been making their money in a lot of ways. Is and same with like Halo and Gears of War. It's like I have to host a lobby, so because I have to be the restricting factor. But going back to it with the digital distribution, I'm interested because Microsoft and Sony tend to only look at each other when it comes to competition.
They never look at Nintendo.
It's not even that they never look at Nintendo. Nintendo looks at them, but they also look at Apple. They look at what's happening in the PC. They're looking at what people are doing with their phones. If you look at the 3DS, Street Pass is an answer to the question, why should I keep this in my pocket when I have a cell phone?
Yeah, exactly.
That's their answer. And it ties into social networking, what's happening with Zynga games and stuff like that. Having those passes and, hey, you should get a 3DS so we can Street Pass and we can hang out and, I can...
And I really want to see a lot more connectivity between the 3DS and the system. Allow me to get stuff in my Street Passes that I can then translate to my console or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, it fascinates me. Nintendo is very good at that, and a lot of people kind of ignore that. Look at what they did, just 5 years ago, they did motion gaming. Everyone's like, no, motion gaming is not going to take off. Now it's one of the driving forces of casual market. Look at when they released the DS. Sony said that it was clear that Nintendo couldn't compete on a technological level, so they were doing, feature differentiators, and that touchscreens would never take off for gaming. iPad, and now your device has it, and, iPhone, every phone is now a touchscreen. They even have
computers now that are full touchscreen.
Nintendo did that first. I always say there's a rule in the industry: you can't count Nintendo out.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just not smart to do it because they will do something to surprise you, and they will be the first to market. They're going. And take a look at just like the tablet screen, and then take away the fact that it's a tablet for a second. That's a portable screen that can play Call of Duty. How many people buy Turtle Beaches for the privacy? Now, how many people are going to buy the Turtle Beaches, plug it into their regular headphone jack on their system, on that controller, plug them in, switch the TV, and still be playing their game and be in the living room with their family? How many people are going to do that? The Turtle Beach sales and Triton sales and all those, headsets, they're doing well because people want to play games without, being a hinder on the people around them. That's why the tablets have taken off, because you no longer aren't stuck at a desk with your nose stuck in a computer. You're with the family. Stuff like that takes off because people want to be close to their families and still do the things they love. And I think the Wii could appeal to that if they market it right, and I would have a hard time believing that Nintendo won't do that.
I don't know. I'm still skeptical on the whole thing, but that's mainly because I think I'm just more or less setting myself up for disappointment, because I was extremely disappointed with the Wii when it came out. I just felt like they didn't reach the potential early enough in the system's lifespan, and I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen with the Wii U. I don't know how you personally feel, but a lot of their early Wii games, I didn't feel really took advantage of motion control.
I agree. And then, when you take a look at the library as a whole, the best games on the Wii probably could have done without the Wii, with the exception of Skyward Sword.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of games out on the Wii that I sit there and think if it did not have this motion control aspect to it, this game would have not worked.
Now, I would say that maybe some games made better, like certainly Mario Galaxy played better with the controller, the Wii controller, but it didn't feel required either.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what it boils down with the Wii. It's like, it's not a necessity, but it can make games better. Whereas, with Kinect, you have no feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I'm sure Nintendo probably had an opportunity to make something like a Kinect, and they're just like, it's not going to work out. It's a very limited use.
People want something in their hands because
they want feedback.
They want to feel like they're doing something.
Yeah. Wagging your hand in the air is cool and all, and, you get to feel all Bourne Conspiracy, but, people want feedback from buttons and from touchscreens and see that, have that physical feel, have the visual feedback, where something registered because you see it and you felt it. You felt the click of the button. And,
and it's that whole possession thing that this is mine, compared to, I'm just kind of touching the air. This is cool, I guess. It's only dark. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just a little afraid that Nintendo's going to show more than what the Wii U really is going to be, at least for first off the bat. I think in order for the system to really sell well, they need to have some games that specifically, if it was not for these features, this would not have worked.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that's going to come to the games, and I'd like to go ahead and talk about the games for a little bit. They haven't really discussed a whole lot of games. Third parties have been talking about it. Obviously, we got a new Rayman that's going to be coming out in launch window. Assassin's Creed's going to be launch window. Aliens, Colonial, and Metro is going to be 2013 titles. Certainly there's going to be Madden. There might be Battlefield. There's probably going to be Call of Duty.
I would really like to see some of the 3DS games. High definition.
Yeah.
On the Wii U.
And I think that would be
freaking Animal Crossing with the touchpad.
Oh, Animal Crossing's going to
awesome.
Animal Crossing's going to happen.
Or Luigi's Mansion with it. That'd be so cool.
That's going to happen, but at the same time, I think that would be better served as download games.
Yeah.
And I think Nintendo's probably going to, there's been some talk about how they're handling download in terms of, giving retail, a big hand in it, where you can buy it from Amazon, buy it from GameStop, buy it from Best Buy, and they set the prices, and they can be competitive. It kind of gives them, that we talked a little bit about Discovery earlier, where, it gives you multiple avenues of discovery, whereas on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, you either read about it on a website blog because someone referred you on Facebook, or you didn't see it at all because PlayStation and Xbox do a horrible job of presenting information, new information to you. So, if Nintendo can start making those hurdles and then strengthen their online base, and then on top of that, look at how many people bought the new Xbox 360 this time around because it was quieter.
Yeah. It didn't make noises. You didn't hear it.
It was quieter and it looked nice. How many people are going to buy it because they can play Call of Duty on a tablet screen and have their headphones on, and it's better graphics and it's free online and they don't have to bother with anything? I think people, you'd be amazed with some kind of people who have disposable incomes. Nintendo Faithful's going to buy it no matter what.
Yeah.
I think Call of Duty could be a big factor to it, though. If they get the support they want. If they get Call of Duty and Battlefield, if they could get Battlefield to look like the PC version of Battlefield with the 64-man multiplayer on Wii U, they'll run away with a good chunk of the Battlefield fans from Xbox and PlayStation.